Oof, that is the sound of a fresh Field Notes notebook, and today we are going to be doing just a little chill video about how I set up a new Field Notes notebook. I'll talk a little bit about where I'm coming from, how I'm thinking about setting up this notebook, because it's going to be a little bit different than how I've done it in the past. I've spent the last actually few months not necessarily using Field Notes brand notebooks, so this feels kind of special for me to come back to these. I love Field Notes notebooks. They're fun, they're playful, they're great for just journaling in for a month's worth of stuff, a little bit more, maybe 48 pages. So it's very comfortable for like a month's worth of journaling. I recently moved back to my A5 notebook for more sort of like longer form daily journaling and keeping notes and things like that, like my reading list and some other just bigger, just bigger things. And I have been using these Leuchtturm A6 journals. This is actually the one I just finished right here. And I was kind of using these as like my everything journal. I was actually relying a lot on these notebooks to do kind of like what I would normally do in an A5 plus my Field Notes. And I realized a lot of that was just because I was moving around so much and there's so many unexpected things happening that I just didn't have the stability to have the time to be at my desk with the A5. I didn't really like traveling with the A5 either. But now that that is not the case, and now that I know at least for the next month, hopefully, God willing, I am just in my studio. I love making videos for you guys, so hopefully you've seen that I've made a few more these past few weeks, and I plan on making, just as many as I possibly can, as many as makes sense, I guess, but I'm having a good time with it. So I will be using the Field Notes notebook from the National Parks series. If you haven't seen these or want to check these out, I'll link them down in the description below. This is the Sequoia National Park memo book from I think the D set of the National Parks. And the candle I got here that I just happened to find was redwood. So we got two big conifers west of the Rockies, kind of a fun theme. So to get started, the first thing that I always try to do in the beginning of every Field Notes notebook or any notebook, whether it's my Leuchtturms, my Paper Republics, is I'll put down sort of my devotional map. That's how I sort of keep track of reading the Proverbs, the Psalms every day, my Ignatian Examen, and my Rosary stuff. And what's crazy now is like I have all that memorized. I don't need to write that here, but it's the act of writing it down every month or every few months that I switch notebooks, and even just going back to it, it's always a reminder that it's there, that like that's the thing that I'm doing. So I'm gonna set that up here. I'm actually gonna use the power of film photography, whatever, to just solve this real quick. So because it takes a long time to set up. So okay, there we go. For those of you who haven't seen any of my videos, this is roughly my devotional map. Proverbs and Psalms, just with a single chapter of the Proverbs, 5 Psalms every day for 30 days. If a month has less than 30 days, like February, I'll just try to read all the extra Psalms and Proverbs at the end there. If a month has more than 30 days, like March does here when I'm recording this, I'll typically throw in Proverbs 31 with the Magnificat to sort of finish off the month. My evening examen, inspired by St. Ignatius's spiritual exercises, and then my map of the Christian mysteries for the Rosary. I'm actually going to leave these next couple pages blank because I usually put the Magnificat in here as well, along with the I've been doing a devotional to St. Joseph, so I think I'll put the litany of St. Joseph here, and then that way I can break into sort of how I mapped out for the rest of this notebook, which I'm realizing now, I wrote in my A5 this morning kind of how I wanted to lay this out. This is just a great tool. Like if you're going to be setting up a pocket notebook and you're like, oh, I don't know what to put in there. If you already have an existing notebook that you're writing in, like an A5 or even like the last page of your A6 notebook or your Field Notes notebook, whatever it is, I'll just write down like what are the things that I want to have to start off this Field Notes. I should probably put a more, meaningful list together of all the things I've offloaded to the A5. But I already did the devotional map. I'll do the Magnificat and Litany of St. Joseph there at the end. I do want to have a Lenten page in here with all my Lenten stuff, because that is very quickly turning into something that has been really fruitful and really challenging, and there's just a few things to keep track of. So let's do a Lenten page here. So I'll call this page Lenten Devotionals. And I already had this mapped. Like I've been keeping a proper Lenten devotional journal for like when I'm doing the devotions in the morning. And I've let this take over being my adoration journal as well, the Paper Republic, until I'll go back to my old adoration journal here in a sec. But in a sec, like at the end of Easter, like we still have like 3 weeks left of Lent, I think. So it's we're about halfway there. I think it's like day 20 of Lent, something like that, maybe. By the time you're watching this, it may be ordinary time. It may be Advent. I don't know. Okay, so Lenten devotionals. I have been doing both a fasting regimen and an abstinence regimen. So let's put in my fasting bit here, just to remind me that I'm doing fasting. And I've been calling this just the un comida y dos colecciones. 2 collatives with a meal. I don't know why it always makes more sense in Spanish to me, I guess, because my grandparents, great-grandparents, when they did this, I remember them talking about this actually as a kid. So for some reason that just makes more sense to me. I am abstaining from red meat all Lenten season. And this isn't like necessarily to remind me now, but I'm writing it down because as these books become like just archives of my life, it's always cool to look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember that Lent from 2026 now it'll be. And it's like, oh yeah, what did I give up for that Lent, and what made it feel so fruitful? We'll get to that in a second here. So I'm doing my consecration to Saint Joseph as my daily devotional, and I'm doing a daily rosary, just the 5 mysteries of that day. And I've been trying to go to Adoration Weekly, Mass Weekly, obviously. I think I'll leave this page blank for the rest of Lent and just see if there's anything else that I end up putting in here. Shout out to anyone who's doing Lent. If you're doing Lent and you have a notebook or a spread page, something, just let us know down in the comments below what you're fasting, abstaining from. You know, I think I need on this other side here, I think I'm going to put encouragement. I love sending just little encouraging notes to friends, family, especially during Lent, when everyone's fasting, and you know, sometimes it feels like everyone's hangry. You're not supposed to be hangry. Don't be hangry. It is a challenge. It is a challenge. So putting the encouragement stuff out there. So today, as I'm starting this notebook, this is also a really good exercise in just like kind of having a messy start to notebook. It's not like the first of the month. It's like Wednesday. It's not even the like beginning of a week, but I'm just going to like go here through Easter and just say like, okay, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Oh, thank God. I had just enough spaces. See, divine appointment here that we are doing this encouragement journaling on the 11th. Cool. So that will just give me the rest of the days that I'm going to be doing encouragements. So I already encouraged one of my friends this morning, so I will fill that in. But that'll just be a nice little way to track like everyone I've reached out to and sent some encouragement to. I am going to need a parcel tracker in here. I realized I have stuff coming and I need a parcel tracker again. So I talked about setting this up in a previous video in my like 10 ways pocket notebooks replace my phone. The parcel tracker feels so simple, but it's one of those things that like a couple times a day I would end up checking my email, or like I used to have apps for just checking like where all my packages were. And just writing down like, okay, I'm expecting this package at this time on this date. I don't even need the time a lot of times, just like the package and the date. Put a little checkbox next to it so I can check it off. Sort of like this. I think what I know I have. See, like I don't want to open my phone right now to put in what I know is coming. Actually, you know what? Here, this will be a fun one for y'all. I know that Muji. I have something coming from Muji here. I don't know when to expect it actually, but there is some Muji stuff coming for a future video. So, okay, I think 3 other trackers I'm going to do my siesta tracker, a walking tracker to make sure I'm getting like 20-30 minutes of a walk in every day, and and my reading tracker to make sure that I'm reading in the evenings and not just just because I want to keep reading. I have a few books actually that I'm trying to read through or get through by the end of March, I guess. Okay, this is fun. I've never set up a tracker like this before, where I'm like already in the middle of a month. So I just put the, I guess the Mondays over here on the left, and then 2 days in, I put the start date, which is the 11th, and I'll just highlight, color in the different squares as I go, but that way I kind of know what corresponds to what dates. I'll go 7 wide and 4 down. That'll get me the 4 more weeks through Easter with those trackers. So neat. The last thing that I want to do in this notebook is also kind of experimental, but I just want to do a now page, kind of inspired by Derek Sivers' now page. If you guys haven't seen his website, definitely go check it out. I'll try to link it down below. I really like this idea. I'm actually working on getting my own site back up and running. And one of the things I want to implement is a now page that's public facing. But for now, I thought it'd be cool to have a now page in my notebook. So I could kind of have this, like, what was I doing during this month? That's maybe like a little bit bigger picture, sort of a summary of like where I've been, where I'm going kind of thing. So like, I guess the now for right now is I have been kind of everything in my Lenten devotional sort of ticks some of that. But let's see, I've been reading God and Daring. Wow, I'm gonna have to read this book again already. I think I've said this before, but like this book is the whole story of like Jose Maria Escriva and like the story of like that group during the Spanish Civil War and them escaping the communists, and yeah, just everything that was going on in the 1930s in Spain. Highly recommend that. Not to turn this into a reading list, but up next I'm gonna read my friend Becky Ishwara, and fellow YouTuber, wrote this book called Bite-Sized Creativity that she finally released. So I'm putting that there because that's going to be read. I have another Arthur Brooks book coming. I've been reading a lot of Arthur Brooks lately. He has a new book called Meaning of Your Life. I guess outside of reading stuff, fish tacos have been enjoyed for Lent. Fish tacos almost feel like I'm not fasting because they are so good. My morning collations have mostly been like whole milk and whole fruits. Yeah, I'm working on the next book. And for anyone who hasn't already, definitely check out my first book, Restored in the Rhythm. My next book is going to kind of be a hybrid between a devotional and more of like a, I don't know how to describe it. I'm enjoying it though. It's very fun. I guess it basically is a devotional, but a little bit more, there's a lot more narrative to it than just what I did in Restored in the Rhythm. I really like what I did in Restored in the Rhythm. It made it very digestible, but I'm really excited for this next book. I hope I can get this done by Easter so I can have this out relatively soon. Pray for me. Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. But yeah, you should put a now page in your notebook. And if you have a personal website, you should absolutely put a now page on your website. But I find going back through old notebooks, when I have like a summary or a review page in that notebook, especially if it's at the beginning and it's easy to find, or I guess if it's the last page at the end, having just a little snapshot of life, and it can be kind of chaotic about like what I was reading, what I was eating, what were the things that I was working on. I guess, I've been uploading 3 times a week videos. That's real. So the now page, I'm gonna experiment more with this, and I'm curious if those of you who have tried this or you're interested in trying this, let me know in the comments down below what would be on your now page. What are some different categories, thoughts, ideas when it comes to sort of having this like time capsule page of like where you're at now and what you're working on. Things that you just maybe share in casual conversation with family and friends. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below what that will look like. From there, I think this notebook is going to be considered pretty much set up. I do need to go back to the inside here and just write my information, which I'm not going to put here on YouTube right now, but I think that's going to be good. Yeah, my devotional map, I'm going to do the Magnificat litany that I have for this time, my Lenten devotional, some encouragement journaling stuff, my Parcel Tracker, some other trackers for just some daily habits, and a now page. So yeah, I'm stoked to begin using this Field Notes notebook. With that, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. If you haven't yet, please do so. It really does help me out. And be kind, both in life and in the comments below. Like this video to send good vibes across the internet. We'll do it again soon. Later.